Hey guys, gameboy3800 here. Once again, we're back in Beam. Today we're starting at the menu. So you can see that we have some new loading screens. Yep. This is the main update video for my add-ons pack and front engines and meme pack. And there's only one way to show this, and here it is. I didn't plan for this screen to pop up, but it is perfect. Yep. Making a deal with Marky Jester there. You saw it caught on camera right there. I suppose I'll set up the track once we're loaded in. Give me a moment. We're back in Beam, and today, got a lot of things to show you. For all my pack updates, I've done a lot of revamps, added a lot of features, and I can't wait to show them to you. We're going to start off with some of the presets. Here we have Bulldozer Diesel. Bulldozer Diesel, the V8 Diesel in particular, actually has had a lot of revamps. It's got some new exhaust pipe options so they can clear pretty long bodies like this. As well, there's an option for compound turbochargers, and there is a fix to automatic shifting mode. So before, it would not shift real easily, and now it should let us shift into reverse and stuff like that. So that's cool. Ideally, you would want it to be in manual anyways, but it now gives you the option. And that goes for all diesel transmissions, including this new one. This is a 2-speed option so that you could make a realistic bulldozer preset, as I've already done. I'm not going to give a full run to each truck, we'll just pile them on the backflip wall or something here. Rip. Next up is the Whistling Diesel truck. This needs the front engine add-ons pack, and it needs the adjustable add-ons pack so you could put the V8 Diesel up front. You can see we have a custom hood stack out the hood, pipe out the hood, whatever, exhaust pipe. And it's pretty cool. This is just a tribute to Whistling Diesel. This is this truck Monster Max. Or at least as close as I could get it. You could probably make a more realistic version if you give it like a different suspension setup, but this is just what I know. He's got high riding, like no limit straps. If there's sway bars, they're like non-existent, so no sway bars, no limit straps, coilovers all around. Yeah. Let's go ahead and add this to the pile. Perfect. Next up, there's no preset for this, but it is an option on the 09 Ram body to also have a cut hood. So that the pipe goes through normally. The pipe can go through any hood, it's not collidable, so that won't be a problem. But if you want like realism, the Cat Eye and the 09 Ram, both in the MGM pack, have the option to have a cut hood up front. I think this is a duplicated preset of Whistling Diesel, so it's going to perform almost exactly the same. Let's go ahead and add to pile again, since there's not much to show here. That's going to be a messed up pile by the end here. Next up, we move to the electric motor. This has been revamped to allow you to tune more effectively. It's got the options to have a CVT transmission, a 2-speed transmission, and a stock 1-speed transmission. Realistically, all you need is the 1-speed because it's insane, this motor. And it's virtually silent. The Afterlife truck comes in 2 variants, a normal resolution one and a 12K upscaled resolution one. This is the 12K one. This will be offered as a separate download. The normal one will be within the adjustable add-ons pack. And you should be able to make any truck electric that you like. So that's cool. It's just options you put into the parts menu. Bang. And unlike the gas motors, the electric motor cannot be turned off. It's like that in the base game too, nothing I can do. Oh well. Next up is a major revamp to the V12. We'll see it will be much happier to rev up. It'll no longer hang at like 4,000 RPM and do nothing. It's been totally revamped with a usable power curve. One of these days I'll get a better engine model for the V12. I used automation to make it, which is a great tool to prototype ideas with. No, let us free, thank you. It's a great tool to prototype ideas with, but you know, it's far from like a final step. This was made just to be a proof of concept with the sounds of automation. We could use them on CRD. One of these days I'll revamp the V12 to have a better engine model, but I don't know when that'll be. The V8 I made, 662, I like the way that looks. I think it'll stay, for now at least. Yeah, V12, much better to drive, a lot of power. And if you want more power, you can add nitrous to it. Let's make a new pile over here. Oh, I was half expecting to get caught in the wall here. That'll work fine. Next up, we have some new exhaust options and sponsor plate options. Before you saw that I had nitro zoomies, and those are zoomies that made flames. Now, almost all my other hater variants, so these are the hater mags for instance, they also now shoot flames. Just to give a different look and to add some more power. So we can go really fast with these. Broke steering up front, well. And the sponsor plates, these are cool. These are called transparent sponsor plates. They are just slightly more transparent. In Photoshop, like 95% opacity instead of 100. And what that does is it fixes the bug where you had really odd reflections when you looked through the sponsor plates, with these ones especially on KFA2 being so blacked out. It's now fixed so that they look more solid. You can still see through them in sponsor plates that are meant to be seen through, but these are not, and that fixes the bug where you could see the other sponsor plates like inverted, like as a gray reflection. It was odd, but this fixes it. It would not surprise me if something like this gets implemented into main mod eventually. That's how good that solution is. Next, with the revamps, we go over to Meme Pack. This goes over the bus and semi-engine. They should now drive way better. And yep, you heard me right. The diesel engines of old, meaning the bus and semi-engines, have been moved over to Meme Pack because there is a serious V8 diesel option in the main adjustable add-ons pack now. So that's why these have been moved over. You can still put on all their old same parts and stuff. and I made sure that if you only download meme pack, there is a digital fuel tank with the road trip fuel tank, because the high capacity fuel tanks have also been moved to the meme pack because they are memes. So you can see here, even like higher gear, turbo lag and everything. Turbo lag is still there, but it's going to be less noticeable because the engine is way happier to build up revs now. You can still make a tune that has much lower revs. In fact, there's still a XDP tune with this engine inside the memes pack, where, you know, it is only 3,000 RPM and it drives really good. Likewise, the bus engine performs pretty similar. This is a lower RPM tune, only 4,000 instead of what, the almost 6,000 we had before. But you'll find it'll drive really good. We can absolutely send it still. You can see, if you looked at it before, the semi-engine made a little bit more power, but it's a little bit heavier than the bus engine. If I were to choose one of these engines to run in like a show or something, I would choose the bus engine, because it's a little bit lighter, makes the truck handle a little bit better. And if I tab back to diesel bluthers here, you can see this tune, 1500 horsepower, 1900 torque. And then the bus one with the lower revs gets less horsepower, but he still has the same amount of torque, so that's cool. And next up we move over to another slight revamp, this one for the twin engines, so you do need both the adjustable add-ons and front engines pack to run this. This is a twin engine setup that has both a front Merlin engine and a rear Ford engine. So if you couldn't choose which engine to run before, now you don't have to. And the best part, the back Ford engine, it gets nitrous. So now we're going to have an actually stupid amount of power here. We can clear the whole stadium. It's not even funny. It's just dumb. I thought, why not? We've already got everything in place to make this happen. And now, oh dear. And now you can. You can over-torque them. Like with nitrous, it's a lot of power. How much power is that? Like 5,200 horsepower? So yeah. It's not an insane motor. It can't quite handle this much power. But yeah, now you have the option. You can still get like the regular supercharger variants as well from the twin engines, so the twin engines can get like, you know, the Procharged and stuff now too. I can show you the parts menu. I just won't actually select anything. So we got like the twin screw, the twisted lobes, and the fake Prochargers. They're all on these motors as well. Just more options. And next we're getting to the actually new things for these packs. First on the adjustable add-ons pack is a new truck. This is Gameboy CRD Motorsports, made by K-Crew, almost of his own volition. And this uses a brand new motor. This is the Ford 572 Big Block. This has a little bit less revs, but it gets a little bit more torque than the regular motor. It's a bigger motor than normal, but it's not so absurd that you wouldn't want to use it. You can see it comes with its own custom headers. These can have all of the normal Merlin headers as well. I think I ran over some debris there. I don't know what that was. So if you don't like these headers, or if you like them and want to put them on other engines, you can. It's pretty cool like that. It's got a nice white and blue paint scheme with the headers given a slight gold tint. Or the heads given a slight gold tint, not the headers. And I made it so that if you remove the air filter of the supercharger, you gain a little bit of power, because in real life, air filters are a restriction. Not by much, you only lose like 10 horsepower, but I wanted it to be something. And the CRD Motorsports, Gameboy Motorsports truck by K-Crew, it's on the skinny chassis because I said why not, nothing else is going to be on it. we'll add it to the pile. And I didn't feel like going to the parts menu, so the next truck also runs a Ford 572, the same motor, but this is a performance block option for it. You can change which long block you want, and this one is a black and gold scheme instead of a white and blue. And you can see the intake for the supercharger has two options, the normal blower scoop and one with triple carburetors. And triple carburetors is cool because all the little things on it animate as well, like the little things on the side. They all animate. We got the props all down there working. Now you can see a close-up of the motor. It looks pretty good. This motor is actually from a website called 3D Warehouse. It was a free download, so I'm like, yeah, why not? Of course, I'll give like proper credit and stuff to the authors. They say you can use any engine model you see for free in their own projects, so, you know, that's why I said, hey, it'll be cool to do this. The odd thing is, like, SketchUp is weird. It came in like 1,000 pieces, and I had to put them all together myself. So, not exactly easy, but I got it done, and it looks pretty good, and it drives pretty good. I don't know what this truck is doing with that side panel, though. Come on, spit it out. I feel like it's a dog. You need to get it to spit out like a sock or something. There it goes. Now we loosened up the back tie rod. It still works, though. And you can also see we can equip nitrous to it. And the nitrous breathers only get equipped if you equip the nitrous. So if you're looking for like the engine breathers, they're not there because the nitrous wasn't equipped. This is the engine I spent the most amount of time working on to get all the add-ons and stuff to work and look proper. So I do hope you enjoy. Let's go ahead and add a new pile over to this corner back here. Oh, I wanted to kind of drive up that. Oh well. Next up is a new preset and new motor. This one in Blue Crush. So you will need MGem Pack for this to work, but assuming you have MGem Pack already from before, it should be good. Why am I getting such low FPS? I'm going to try cutting recording in, coming back in. And we're back. Okay, I don't know what that was. Glitch in recording. But yeah, this is another new motor. This one exclusive to the front engines on Unpack. Even though it's only available to be rear mounted, I made it so that it's exclusive to this pack so that there was a reason to download it. And this is a 632 cubic inch upscaled from a 363 cubic inch. A motor I found on that same website. And it's Procharged. And the cool thing about the Procharger is you can actually see like the impeller going and stuff. Stay still. There it goes. So this is a Procharger. The Procharger is the only option for it, the only intake option I should say. And the Procharger, what that does is it's a type of supercharger, but it uses a turbine like a turbocharger, but instead of being exhaust driven, it's belt driven. So because it's based on engine speed, low down we actually don't get as much torque as something like the 572. But high up, we get so much. And you can tune this in the tuning menu to go to insane levels. Like, I think it can get up to 4,000 horsepower if you wanted to. It's pretty insane. This does use some custom variant of the Hater hookers I've worked on before. And that's what gives it this mean look and sound. So this motor, purely just another option. I know that, you know, all the other engines, like the Ford, it gets nitrous, and the Merlin, it's been getting all the exhaust options and stuff in my pack and like Bobcat pack. So it's been getting all the love there. That's why I decided to put in another Ford. And it'll be Ford on Ford action over here. Blue Crush couldn't handle it. And last up, we have another new truck. This one, Drag Queen, also made by K-Crew, almost of his own volition. which is a new motor that is exclusively mounted up front. This is a top fuel style motor. You can rev up to 10,000 RPM, and stock it makes about 7,100 horsepower, and you can increase that through tuning as well. So it's just actually stupid. Makes so much power, it's so light. It does build up heat pretty quickly though, so if you don't have a drag radiator on, you might have a bad time. Yeah, you can see we make so much power, we can get huge air with no run-up at all. Which is kind of a memey truck, but had to give it the engine for good luck. And this model made by Chris Kuhn on Blend Swap. And just like the other website, this engine model is free to download as long as you give credit. And other BeamNG mods use this engine model as well, so why not put it in CRD? In fact, that's where this motor idea came from. Someone said, hey, you know these engine mods, right, for these cars and these packs? Put them in CRD, please? And I was like, nope, can't happen. But then I found the model and I was like, hold your thought. So yeah, that's the story of how this engine came to be. And there is one thing I want to show you through parts menu. If you don't want to use that much power, but you still do like the motor, what you can do is come down here, and there is a nerfed blower. What this will do is make the power more reasonable. So you can see we're going from 7,100 horsepower to 2,300 horsepower. That's more manageable, and if you come down to here and like hit reset and stuff, what you'll find is a pretty normal tune. So now we get 1,600 horsepower, still pretty high RPM, but you know what? You can actually tune the RPM down as well, down to the regular 8,000. So now we make 1,500 horsepower and 1,541 torque. That is extremely comparable to the regular CRD motor. And the only difference you'll notice is that this just has a higher idle. And the temperature will still go up because, you know, this is an engine meant to be run like 10 seconds at a time. So during like a full run, you might notice it'll be warm, but it's by design. And yep, that is all the options for my adjustable add-ons pack, the front engine add-ons pack, and the memes pack. Memes pack has stuff moving over from adjustable add-ons to help shrink the file size because with the new loading screens that you saw at the beginning, there is a lot of extra space used. The mod has gotten pretty big from like 100 megabytes to over 300 megabytes. So I had to move stuff over for that reason. I had a version of this video already recorded, but it was with an older version of all the stuff here, so it didn't look quite right. So I just re-recorded this whole thing, and now this should be the final version. Everything you see here will now be out, assuming you've seen this video. By the time you've seen it, all the things will be out. If you guys enjoyed and were hyped and all that for all these new updates, then please do go ahead and leave a like, favorite, comment, share, and of course don't forget to subscribe as well. Thanks, gameboy. I will see you all in the future. Goodbye.